Greetings, one and all. This is the Happy Feet Kingdom. Welcome to episode 5 of our casual, fun, interesting playthrough of United Penguin Kingdom. I think so, anyway, so far. Bring the UI back in. We are in August, and the newcomers are about to arrive. And we're going to put them to work right away. And in fact, I'm even going to bring in more newcomers because I've decided that I would like to bring in 5 additional penguins on the transfer center here. We're going to also produce wood for a bonus here. I would like to bring in more penguins than that. I know it's a penalty. I'm going to take it because getting the productivity from these guys is going to be worth it, okay? There's a couple of things I want to do. First and foremost, we're going to activate construction on the ice spear, the wind turbine. We're going to bring in more builders to get that done. And we're even going to build, I don't know if it's really that big of a deal, but just to have it done faster, I'm going to bring in yet another set of builders. All right, so we're going to have another builder set too. So up to 8 people, okay? Now, right before I started this recording, we got a new building. Yeah, it's this thing. It's our exploration center. It's got a little submarine. Oh, I really hope this thing moves because that looks super cool. We are going to assign Ishan. You are going to be our exploration penguin. And you are in. Okay, so you are going to generate what's called exploration points. And exploration points is the first time I'm seeing this map. So we are looking at this, doing it live. So it looks like we have 4 options. And we can zoom out. Okay. Wow. There's a lot to do here. Look at King. So it seems to me like we are restricted by the distance we can go based on our reputation and our ranking at the same time. So, for example, it looks like we are a city and this is a city, but these are not cities, so these must be villages. If I click them, it does show village. It shows what their current reputation is. They're almost a city. So going here is going to cost us 1.2 months, 8 gold, and I'm assuming that's exploration points. Yeah. So 16 exploration points. These guys will be the same, but 17, 17, and 17. So the exploration point totals appears to be total distance to travel. These guys are just a hair closer, I guess. But then there are other requirements from over here. So our reputation has to be higher, plus we have to be a city to get to this side. And that unlocks this. And then we still have to spend the points and the gold and all that stuff. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what the benefits of exploration are yet and of like going to new lands and new settlements. I'm hoping it's like developing some kind of a relationship with them. We can trade routes and stuff like that. I'm kind of hoping that's in the game. We'll see. I have no idea. But we just generated our first set of exploration points. So good. Okay, so if we were to build that builder's hut, that would allow us to build things faster, I assume. We are currently not protecting our food stores from this side very well. I want to do a couple of things to remedy that today. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build another trawling deck, a trawling dock. We're going to build it right here. And then right here, we're going to slap a couple of things to help with defense and everything too, right? So, because I just said we're not defending very well from here, right? We're going to put another tower here. And also, we have these 2 towers going in over here. That's going to be a huge help to getting the seals to, you know, back the hell off of us over on this side. And not to get our supplies. We just don't want them to get our supply stuff. I'm thinking about putting a tower right here, too. We have a little bit of a gap in coverage. You can kind of see where the green circles are not. And the seals are actually able to get to about where the lightning bolt symbol is. They're able to get to about here before they're starting to get shot at. I'd like them to get shot at much earlier, and this also helps us in defending anything that we put on the coastline on this side as well as this side. So I'm liking the idea of maybe putting a tower right here, and I'm hoping anyway that's not in the way of us placing any buildings, but I'm going to drop a defense right here too. Now I am going to pause this one. It's not as urgent, but we definitely want these to be built right here too. So I'm going to start with the trawling dock because if I do this, then they'll... Nope, I don't want to start with the trawling dock. We're going to start with the ice spear towers first. These towers are to be built... At least these 2 towers are to be built before the trawling dock. And then this tower is going to be in range of that anyway, so we'll be able to defend it. So build these 3 towers first because of the whale is coming in October. Build these 3 first. We'll start making spears in that. And let's make sure that our required total, we're going to say we want to be up to, actually, let's increase this even further. Let's go to like 40. Okay. Let's keep a really good supply of stuff on here. So we'll have you guys creating spears. 40 might not just, it might be overkill, right? I don't think we're ever going to get a time where we use 30 spears in a single tower. I'm just going to leave this down to 30. It's fine. All right, we'll do that. Let's also add another penguin in here, and same thing. We'll just type 30 in there and call it good. And then because those 2 towers are built, and this is pretty much, you know, running pretty well now. We're out of stone, it looks like. But if we produce 1 more wood, our trade center task right here, there we go, will provide us the wood that we need in order to produce this building even further. So we should now have everything we need to go ahead and set the trawling dock as a higher priority there. All right, wonderful. So what is the goal in this video, right? Well, reputation is an important thing for us. My main goal here is going to be getting happiness above our annual objective limit of 21% and getting education to be risen above 31%. To do that, I'm going to maintain a no hatching policy or no mating policy for now. It's going to restrict how many kids we have. This is a good thing because that means I don't have to build any more schools at the moment. Currently, our schools are only capable of getting penguins to 50%. I need high schools to get them farther than that. That'll help my average. High school is right here. So when we get to 170 research points, I'm going to go after high school, and that's going to let me build that structure as well. I think that's going to be a good thing. Okay. I've been doing this entire thing with very few builders because I built the builder's hut and then didn't task anyone to it. Yay me. So we're going to... First, let's get the penguins there so they can start generating the ice spears that we need. And then once they have the ice spears, of course, we can, you know, move them to other structures, move them to other buildings. We don't need this one here, for example, right now. And this one has the 30 spears, so we're good. I can move you off of this. When the whale starts making noise, we'll reassign. Let's put a couple of builders in there, yeah. So we'll get the builders' huts going and doing their thing. And the exploration center continues to generate exploration points. I'm loving it. I don't know what's going to happen when we go on an exploration. And like, again, I'm really hoping that it has something to do with like actually forming relationships with other towns. You know, maybe we can get reputation bonuses by collaboration, you know, form alliances. Or maybe it's something lame like, oh, you went over there and you talked to them and, you know, I don't know, you gave them, they offer a trade for this. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not some spontaneous trade thing, but we'll see. Yeah, barter, purchase and sell would be really nice to have these 2 things, but I just have to wait forever to have this bar go up, man. Oh. So I'm trying to decide what to do with this island. Like, you have a lot of coastline. There's so much coastline here. And anytime I put a building on the coast, right, I have to be able to defend it. So I don't have to place, like, I don't want to place anything here. I kind of like the idea of all my coastline buildings being in the center because they're already really well defended. And I'm talking about this center here too. So you can have defenses throughout here, but I don't think I'm going to put anything on the edge over here if I can help it. So I might put my high school over here. I'm currently near my cap on living spaces for child penguins, though. So I'm tempted to... If I allow mating again, it's going to lower my averages. But if I allow mating again, I have to build more child housing, too. One of the things I could do to help happiness, I suppose, is get more people in coolers. More happiness from the kids is one thing there. Do we have... These guys are all in range of coolers already. Yeah, those guys all have coolers, just not here. So I need to put cooler here. So let's do that. I should have the resources for that. And then this lodge needs to be dismantled and replaced by the bigger house. So we replace this with a shelter instead. There we go. And our new building teams can go ahead and get on that. That task is very easily completed. And now I'm just waiting on this trawling dock to get working. Now, the other thing I could do to help with happiness, actually pause. One of the rewards I don't need to pause. One of the rewards we just got for that task is actually seafood mix. 5 happiness. So I took a gander at the food situation because I know the type of food they eat has a big impact on their happiness too. And in order to make your own seafood mix, you need to be king. It requires a cookhouse. It's only available at the king rank. So, like, that is a really late game food. It takes 5 happiness, and you basically combine fish and squid, and 2 of each creates 2 seafood. Okay, that's pretty much how that goes. Dried fish is something we're going to be able to get soon, and that will basically be a 2-to-1 ratio on your fish to dried fish. So you lose, you're going to lose 50% of your quantity, but your quality doubles. And if you're producing well in excess of what you're using anyway on the fish, then that's totally worth it, of course, because you're never going to use that much fish anyway. And that's ultimately what we're doing right now, I think, is we're doing that. Now, is this ice spear tower, is this the default setting for this? No, this is a professionals menu. I just happened to glimpse at that. And I remember, like, all the ice spear towers, every time I build a new one, it's always set this to 15. I just thought that was the default setting. That'd be nice if there was a new construction default setting. Not enough games do that. I'd like that. Allow me to change the defaults. Okay, the whale is coming. I need to get ready for the whale. So I'm thinking builders, it's time to put down your hammers and pick up your spears. Make sure every tower has a penguin ready to go. Yeah. We are ready to defend. So bring it on, whales, wherever you are. He's way over here. Okay. So he starts out getting pretty damaged. This is a good target for him, though. I mean, we were only able to do 150 damage to him instead of the usual 200. So he almost gets through this building. He doesn't, but he almost does. So I might need another tower here at some point. All right, build an exploration center and produce 6 exploration points. Okay, then, cool. That's the next thing. Speaking of exploration, hey, let's check out this thing, huh? So exploration points at 21 right now, and we only need 17 to go on this stuff. So I'm thinking we can send the explorer. The one thing I'm questioning, though, the one thing I'm thinking about, though, is if we send the explorer, they're probably not generating points at the same time, right? So what I'm thinking here, I get somebody else on this. Let's look at their education is way up, right? 50% education instead. If we bring like Hammett in here, he's going to generate these points a lot faster because his education is a lot faster, right? I think I need to generate these points for the task before I send them, because I imagine they're not going to generate the same time as they get sent out. So I want to make sure I get that task completed. Once that task completes, though, I'm going to have this guy go on an expedition. I think it'll be fun. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing going. And we want it to, of course, do fish. Yes, fish. We can't do squid yet. And to unlock that from science, 500 points. And I don't remember where I saw that. I do want to get to the dried fish station instead. So this is more important to me than squid. And so I'll probably just continue on with doing this instead of trying to go for squid. But getting squid straight up and not having to convert it to anything is still good. And I think this is what I need right here. So I need to get to province before I can do this. So, yeah. All right, 170 science. Let's go ahead and grab the high school. So what this building does, if you weren't paying attention, normal schools can take children from 0% education to 50%. Once they reach 50%, they're not going to do anything until they become an adult penguin and they go to the workforce. What this building does is it allows us to have those penguins go from 50% and then go to high school, which can then bring them all the way up to 100%. And of course, education directly ties into how productive they are. So we want them to be as productive as possible. We do not need this many penguins on towers anymore. So I can start unstaffing some of these towers and bringing them into other places, right? Let's not do the one by the food. We'll unstaff that one and that one. And let's do that one and that one. That should be good enough to hold off most of the seals that are coming in randomly. Should be staved off from that. Let's also maybe do that one. And then fill up our builder's hut so we can build things. Okay, so what we're going to do is I got to figure out where I want to put this high school at. To really educate, again, I need more kids, but I'm going to wait until I hit these annual objectives. I'm hoping I hit this before the end of the year. December is coming, and I'm getting pretty close. I've less than 2% to go for this, and less than 2% to go for this. So yeah, just hold off on having babies a little bit longer, and then you guys can mate all you want. Probably some pent up demand there, yeah. So high school, I want this. I'm thinking about putting it over here. It just has to be in range of power and stuff, of course. So I'm thinking like I can get better usage of the space if I kind of do it from this orientation. I'm thinking also like where the cooler is. There's only one cooler, and I've got resources to probably be able to. I can work with another cooler, right? So if I put another cooler right here, probably want to. Ooh, well, these things can have their radius expanded too, right? I think I remember seeing that. Plus, this thing's in range of that cooler anyway. So let's do it here. Let's do it like this. Is that really worth it? I don't know if it is, man. I just don't know if that's... Yeah, it's +1 happiness, but we're talking about a high school. It's not like where they're living or anything. I don't think that's worth it. I'm just going to put the high school down. I'm going to do it. You know, decorations and stuff might matter in the future, but not sure it matters much here right now. Let's put it... it's really far away. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I feel like I'm being very indecisive for no reason here. Right? There's no reason for this indecisiveness right now. I'll just put the high school down, right? Yeah, just do it. Let's put the high school down. We're going to put it down over here. And if they build this, all the kid penguins who are at 50% and doing nothing right now, they get to go get themselves even smarter, which will rapidly change our education average. By getting them over 50%, it'll really start to offset a lot of the penguins that never even got to 50%. Okay. And I'm thinking by like bringing in the penguins right here, this might have hurt me a little bit on the education part. But I wanted the staff. I wanted to be able to work this many buildings. I thought the risk was worth the reward on that. Okay, so along the side here, I'm going to need more garbage, right? Because eventually I am going to start converting it into plastic, and then converting it into metal and all this stuff. I'm going to need more garbage collection anyway, right? So I might as well just get going on it right now. So I'm thinking we take... and it's so hard to figure out where everything is. I'm going to keep losing it in this game. It's going to just be resources, right? Open garbage collector, yeah. Gold collector. Ooh, interesting. It extracts gold from the oceans. I wish. Sounds like a good deal. I'm going to take and put this right here. Yeah, so it's just inside the range on that tower, and it will be in range of multiple towers to be defended. It has the 2 towers to the left of it, and then the one right there, I think will also cover it from there. I want to say that also covers it. So we're going to put 2 garbage collectors here and here. Just to collect more. to really bring it in quick. You know, we want to be able to do that. I think we're producing wood fast enough for me. I think so anyway. I just got that task done. So I think because that mission's complete, we just go and say hi to these guys. Or do we go to the village first? I don't think it matters. Let's go see the city. Let's see what it does. So yeah, on the way. Explorers on the way to the target location. Oh, it does move. It does move. It goes under the water. Oh, all right. Bye, little submarine. Adventure is out there. I love it. I don't have any penguins that are idle. Let me get a really high educated penguin here. You know what? You're too good for that position. Yeah, go work on this. That's fine. But also here. There you go. We need someone working in that trade center too. All right. That's awesome. I mean, I was kind of hoping that the thing would move, but I wasn't sure. So I'm really glad that it does. Very cool. Okay. What else do we need to do in preparation for December? The seals are coming, right? We're definitely defending better from this side. The plastic station. Yes, we're going to postpone that one. I'm not ready to do that one. The plastic station is the next thing I need to produce on my own, though. I'm thinking I'm going to put it over here. We're probably not going to put any coastal buildings over here. Like the ones that go into the water. We're probably not going to do any of that over here just because I don't have the defense. I don't have room for the defense for it. So I'm hoping I can place... You know, this building isn't that big of a footprint, so I'm hoping I can put that over here somewhere. We'll see. And the garbage we collect here would then be able to kind of get moved over there, you know? So get some more garbage collection on that side. There we go. And our reputation is actually almost recovered. I was worried that if we went under 1,500, I kind of wanted to see if they would remove our city status. But at the same time, I also don't want to know that. I don't want to see if that happens. Annual objectives. I did get to 31% education. That's what I was really hoping to get to. So I got that. But now, can I reach the happiness? That one's tough. That one is going to be tough. I mean, I might be able to do it with replacing some of the homes. I think that would help. If we like took out the lodge, for example, just basically just take out lodges and replace them with, you know, the proper shelters and stuff that is going to provide more happiness for everyone involved here. So like this house right here, we can demolish this and we can go in and build the shelter instead. So like get a couple of these shelters prompted. I think the decorations, we don't have any stones, so we're not going to do that. I think it's probably a good idea to have this tower built though. Yeah, I mean, okay, so the whale isn't coming till February. We have time for that. But I don't know what the next random task is going to be. But if the next random task doesn't give me any stone, I won't be able to build that anyway. But this stuff is just snow blocks and garbage, so it's really easy to build the homes. And I'm hoping I can somehow get this 1% more higher in the next month and a half. It's going to be close. That's what I'm hoping for. And education is going to blitz up higher because the students, right? We're able to get these guys above 50% education now. And that's definitely going to make them, you know, we're definitely going to be able to ramp them up. Of course, the other way to make them happy in these areas is to build these coolers. And those are very expensive. But if I could afford the high range cooler, that might have been worth it. It doesn't need stone. It just needs a lot of plastic, which I can tear down the one I have, because these high range coolers are still only 1 by 1, so they can be built exactly where the other coolers are. And interaction diameter is 14 versus this one, which is 9. So I would imagine then that this house would then be included with this. So it would just go out to probably about here. So this cooler would then be able to cover all of these houses as well, which is a really big benefit. And probably this tower and stuff too. We'll start to see probably start to see a little overlap in these towers too. I might even be able to break down one of the towers. That'd be kind of cool. Get some of those resources back. Would like to see that. All right. How is my my expedition's got 0.4 months left in it. So you can actually see on the map how close they are, but the time doesn't seem to run while you're in this view, so I can't actually see it moving, but it's okay. These stupid seals. Stay away from my shit. So yeah, again, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I meant to mention it, but I don't know if I mentioned it. Someone in the comments, I don't know. You're probably right. All right, I'm not going to argue with it. I don't know if it's true or not. Somebody in the comments told me that if the seals make it to this building, they steal your food. It doesn't matter if you shoot them after they leave the building. You still lost the food. You don't get the food back. If that's the way it is, so be it. I don't care, I guess. We'll do a better job of trying to stop them from getting here in the first place, right? Which is why I've built these extra towers on this side. I wasn't defending very well from this side, and now I can. And we have lots of spears, right? So we'll be able to make that happen a little bit better. And we'll be able to test that theory right now because the seals are coming soon. So actually, let's get in position because the seals are going to be here any second. The newcomers are arriving this month too. I don't know if they're going to arrive before or after the seals, but we're going to tell you what. Let's make one builder in there. Let's make sure that all of our towers are staffed. People are in their positions, ready to strike against our seal threat. All right, and we need one more, and that's going to be that last builder, unfortunately. So bring that. Did we get the houses all built? We did. Okay, all the replacement houses are built, and that's all I needed to know. Okay, so we have all of our towers. All of our towers now with penguins. All right. So we're ready for the seals. If the new penguins arrive, and okay, Aurelia died of old age. That's unfortunate because actually that looks like that hit my penguin happiness by 0.2%. She must have been working here at the food stand because now that's unstaffed. So who do I want to get back in there then? Who do I want to do this? I like that freaking news tower sound effect, man. Like who do I want to be there? I guess I could take until the newcomers arrive. I guess what I could do is pull Yunka off the trade center and have her go in here, because it's a direct reflection. Like people need to be able to get their stuff, so put somebody in that building, right? When the newcomers get here, I can then reassess the staffing situation, but I don't think the trade is going to matter. It's not going to fill up before the seals get here, so it's fine. And then, look at this. Vadim reached 100% education level and left the library. This guy. That's one smart penguin, eh? He's going home to rest. He seems like he's an adult penguin. You know, yeah. There he is, 100% education. Gives him a 58.8% productivity versus random penguin that's in this tower, which is at 15%. Very different education level. Extremely different productivity level. Super cool. New task. The plastic thing, I'm going to postpone it again. Okay, cool. Exploration report. Let's see what this does. Your explorer arrived at the target location. 83 extra reputation points for 12 months. You unlocked an improvement. 5 extra productivity for ocean garbage collectors. Okay. Bonus rewards. Requirements. Build twin solar panels, 15 metal. Build a gym for 50 stone. And reach 75% education. Get an extra 85% reputation points for 13 months. 2 penguins are convinced to join you. So we are able to bring people to our place like that too. I like that. That's an interesting bit. I like that we get unlocking improvements. Like it's almost like we learned something from that place, right? That's pretty cool. I wonder how that's determined. So we went and visited a city, right? So I'm wondering, did they have that improvement? Is that an improvement that is in here? I don't, maybe this, right? Ocean garbage collector production amount. perhaps they already had this. There's a sign right here. Production badge. Ooh, hey. Yeah, we need that for the production badge, right? So I'm just wondering if there is a future badge. Yeah, some of these have to do with the badges, right? I'm just wondering how it determines what upgrade I get. If it's a random upgrade that I could have gotten anyway, or is it something that's unique to exploration? Like I can only get that from exploring. That's curious. I'm curious on that. Okay, cool. Well, I like it. Would have been kind of interesting if they had put into the game, like I arrive there and then, maybe I click on it and that allows me to like go in and maybe I just get to see a representation of what their place looks like. It could just be randomly generated with like some dialogue window over it that says, "Hi, welcome," and it gives me some choices and dialogue and stuff. I don't know. Like I was kind of all over the map on how simple or complex they could have made exploration in the game. I'm not overwhelmed by what they've chosen to do. I guess I'm okay with what they've chosen to do. It's nothing like I'm super excited about per se, but they got a cool submarine. I like the submarine. It's cool that way. All right, seals. Where are my seals? Huh? I want to test my defenses. I've had all these penguins sitting in towers this whole time, waiting for a challenge. Why isn't it arriving? Oh, this thing dies before it even tries. I love that. Man, I'd love to build that. I don't have the stone for it, but I'm gonna prompt it anyway. Oh, I don't have builders anyway. I do have spare workers now, though, don't I? Vadim. He's a very good builder. I don't want him to be on that building, though. Vadim's going to be working anything. I think he's going to be working... What do I want him producing? Probably the wood, right? Productivity, 25%. Corbin, out. Vadim, in. You're going to work there instead. Terry will work here. That's okay. Everything else... Oh, we need... The newcomers are here. Let's put you... Corbin, you can go in here. All right. Uneducated Corbin, you can go right there. Okay, I've got 2 spare penguins. I probably shouldn't waste them. At least get them... I've actually more than 2 spare. Wow, there's a lot of kids growing up and becoming adults right now, which is good news. I like that. Gosh, it makes me think I don't have enough structures up, but all right. I mean, that's what I need builders for. So we'll keep them, put them on the team for building, and then they can just, do building things instead. So that's how we're going to treat the newcomers. Now, we're still at 20.1% happiness. I don't think we're going to hit that goal. Unfortunately, I just don't see that happening right now. The only way I could have maybe influenced that further was to build decorations, which they all take stone and I don't have. And have no way of getting it except for trade, and that's not possible until that bar fills up. Or breaking things down to build decorations. And, well, everything I have is kind of important. Okay, so good news. Because I've added additional towers on this side, they don't appear to be attacking this side very strongly anymore. Which means they're coming from this side. They're going to have a longer travel distance. I like it. There's not as many coming from this side anymore. It's actually really cool. So we should be able to kill all of these seals now before they even try. Like, they're not even getting on shore anymore over here. Love that. Yeah, they're not even going to get within 50 feet of my food anymore. Bye, seals. I don't know if you're going to attack again. Sometimes you guys attack multiple times. I don't think this is one of those times. But since you didn't even get this far anyway, I'm going to pull these ones out of here and get them to work in other places, yeah? All right, the annual report is coming up right now. Let's see what happens from the annual report. Obviously, our reputation has dropped from before, but I think we're in a better position. And we can then ramp up our reputation now. Hopefully we can ramp that up now. So we're in 27. We've dropped 3 positions from where we were before, it looks like. We didn't reach the 21% happiness goal. Like, I think we got to 20.2. I think we were off by 0.8%. Unfortunate. This year's goal is to reach 39% education. I don't think this will be a problem at all. And to reach 232 gold, I think that can happen too. Carrying over from last year, it also wants me to get the production badge active. So we're going to look at doing that too. But we still have the 1500, so I guess we get to keep the city title. It does say minimum requirements to keep the city title. It doesn't say to achieve or to get. So I think if we had been underneath it, we would have lost it. So I'm glad we stayed above it, at least by the end of the year. We ended up with 20.3 happiness. That was off by 0.7%. Okay. Education is fine, and it's rapidly increasing. I don't think that'll be a problem. Gold is going down. I think that'll change. I mean, we get paid gold every time we kill seals. We get paid gold every time we kill whales and stuff. So I don't think that'll be a problem. Plus, in the middle of the year at some point, the king gives us money. So I think we're going to be fine there. And then obviously there's a trade opportunity there as well somewhere. Okay, cool. We have 46 adult penguins. And no active badges now. Yes. Okay, now that there's no longer a happiness requirement, mating is back on the menu, boys and girls. You guys go right ahead and mate all you want now. I'm pretty confident with the high school in place, we'll be able to maintain education growth, even with population growth, despite the fact that the newborns are coming in at 0. They will now be able to get themselves to 100%, which is way better than the adult penguins that we've had this entire time that are well under even 50%. So that's pretty good. However, one of the side effects of turning mating back on, especially with having more adults, is that we're going to now need a lot more kid housing. So I think one of the first things I should build to just get ready for that is another kid's house. And I can put it over here. Again, I don't think we're going... Ooh, it's just not going to let me build this. Why? Whoa, why not? That's weird. I mean, I don't have any stone. This is just a road. Oh, I think it's just because it's... Yeah, it's on the other side. It's on the water side of it. That's not classified as a tile. It can be... Oh, that's silly. Like, the back fence and stuff is firmly on the ice. But, okay, fine. Well, it'll have to be over here then. It's going to be over near the school anyway. So, whatever. We'll put it... we'll just put it right here. It's fine. Another kid's house is going to be a good thing to have. Now, what is that? Oh, the news. News, January. Little Luck jumps 12 places in the United Penguin Kingdom ranking. They increased their happiness level with the help of new decorations they built last year, such as a fountain and a penguin statue. Penguins get extra happiness points at the end of every month from each decoration built around their houses. Yep, it's all about the houses. That's where the decorations have to be. So I think there's definitely advantages to having all the houses bunched together and not like intermixed within the production, which is kind of what this is. I think there's definitely an advantage to like moving people's houses to like have like one housing district and having a production district, which is what this is going to be. That production district would also be where, of course, our food is stored there. And then we're, of course, protecting the food. I think there's value in that, right? Like being able to do it that way. But we definitely want to also have improved housing everywhere. There's really no reason to ever keep these igloos anymore. So I should be able to adjust that too. Since I don't have any stone in yet, I'm not going to bother taking that challenge because I still have to have stone in order to build that. We also need the science in order to unlock it, which just so happens to be happening right now. So with 150 science points, I can now get that building. And is that really what I want to do, though? I think so. I do want to get to this building really badly, though, because this is going to help with happiness, too. But since happiness is not an objective this year on the extra objectives list, yeah, I think I want this. I want to be able to generate my own plastic. Especially if it means I can trade that plastic for things I can't generate myself yet. like metal or stone. So I definitely want to do that. So let's find, I think it's resources, right? Yeah. Plastic recycling station. How big is this? Bigger than I thought it would be. Damn. Oh, it's so much bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, man. I was really hoping to put you right on the edge here. That's a drag, because look at this building. It can totally fit there. It has the same, like, perimeter, but this won't fit there. That sucks. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, one option is to sink it right in here like this and then just move the wind turbine, but I mean, things get deleted instantly and you get resources back for it. I mean, I can move things. I just don't want to. But I think I got to, man. How big is this building relative to a house? Does it take up the same tile space? I think it does. Right? So I could just take a house out of here. Right? If I remove the lodge, you just pop yourself right in there. That's how we'll do it then. We'll just move the house. Obviously, that gives us less capacity for adult penguins, but we're kind of over capacity anyway at the moment, and there are still other houses to upgrade to increase capacity still. So I can still do that. So why don't we just go ahead and get all the housing prompted to be upgraded while we're here. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one, and we'll go ahead and upgrade that one as well. There we go. Okay, cool. So what's the next threat? Looks like whales. So we don't need anybody on the inside. We just need perimeter fences or perimeter towers, which are doing a swell job already of just keeping the seals away. Explorers arrive back, and the 2 penguins have arrived with them. Very good. Now they are considered homeless. That's a temporary thing, though, because the houses aren't built yet. That's the only reason, because the houses aren't built yet. When the houses get built, you'll have a home, all right? Just believe. You just got to believe in me, penguins. I know you just got here, and you're like, hey, this is a nice place. Where do I live? Oh, there's no housing for you. Oh, what a dump. Exactly. No, it's okay. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. Don't worry. Looks like I'm going to have to wait, though, for this to happen, and then hopefully I can get stone. If I can't, well, then I'm going to have to tear things down. I won't have a choice. I'm waiting. I'm hoping that doesn't come to that. I do have a couple of vases right here that I can dip into that will give me 10 stone back. I'm just hoping I don't have to use it. We'll see. And do I like having a lot of towers? The seals have no chance. I love it. The trader has arrived at the trade center. All right, what is it? I still think this thing is super cool. All right. The trader has stone. This is good news. I like how they tend to have the things they know I need, you know? The guy clearly has 0 of them. Let's give a high probability of that being the item that has a lot per unit value, right? Okay. Now we have a lot of krill. We have a lot of fish. We're producing way more fish than we need. That's a good thing. We're doing the same thing is happening with snow blocks. So I'm going to have, let's say, 250 snow blocks. And for fish, I'm going to give you 60 of them. Okay? 680 units of trade value. That should get me like 15 stone, right? All right. My math wasn't that bad. 17 stone. 17 stone is not a lot, though. It gets me a couple of constructions, but I feel like I really need to take advantage of the trader while he's here, right? So why don't I give this guy 100 krill? I've only got 100 herbs, but I can give you 60 of them. And I really don't want to give you any garbage, but since I've got a lot, yeah, I'm going to give you some because I really need the stone. So I'm going to give you 200 garbage. And with that, it gets me... Okay, I can get 43 stone. That's a lot of stone. 43 stone is a lot of stone. It gets me a lot of construction projects moving forward. It also allows me to make decorations because those take stone to build. I like it. Let's do it. That's what we're going to do. So that greatly reduces how much food I have in stock. Since we're not really eating krill anyway, it's not that big of a deal. We're eating fish, producing more fish than we need. So that's good. We'll have that supply built back up in no time. And that 43 stone is going to let me build these 2 buildings, one of which is an additional garbage collector, so I can have even more garbage coming into. And I can put the soon to not be homeless penguins to work. All right, that is going to take care of all the homeless penguins right now. The rest of the housing is gravy. So since that's the case, I don't want to make 3 more homeless penguins. So let's just wait for this to be done, and then we'll swap that out. And then at that point, we have no more tier 1 housing left. Nope, there's this one here. All right, we'll have to get rid of... I might actually shift the position of this one. It's a little weird spot. Yeah, it's a space for decorations, right? Yeah. And then, you know, more kids housing is probably a good idea too, because we're going to have more kids. So we'll see. I need space for that. So there's 7 vacant workspaces. We're going to go ahead and get this filled with those guys right there. There we go. We got another tower built now. That's beautiful as well. We'll get somebody staged up there to begin making spears immediately. Get yourself up to 30 of those. And we just hold the line on all these other guys. We have 4 additional penguins now. And I just need them to build this house, which is got to be starting any time now. They got all the supplies delivered. There you go. All right, so we can go ahead and tear this building down as soon as that's done. There we go. And then from here, we'll go ahead and remake this into a shelter. There we go. I like it. And then at that point, I think we can tear this one down. Yes, this one can be torn down now as well. Yes. My math's not that bad. And then shelter instead. There. There's a spot right there for decorations. So if I wanted a decoration, a vase, I could put it right there. I don't think that does anything other than just the housing, right? It only affects the adult housing, so it's kind of a waste of the spot there for that. We have the plastic recycling station done and built. So let's go ahead and accept this now. And now we just need to have penguins stationed here. I want someone with a really high productivity score. I want high education. So this is 54%. There's got to be another penguin that has 100% education somewhere. Like Sunny, what's yours? 51%. Is there a way for me to get a list of all my penguins? Yeah, penguins education level. So Vadim is the only one with 100%. Good for you, sir. Seriously, your commitment is to be commended. We do have a couple of others that are working on going through high school here. So, you know, Cash, not very happy. Understandable. Education, 61%. But their productivity is going up pretty fast. Fabrizio. Okay, he's in the library. That's nice. That's nice. So the library, of course, being here, allowing him to get his education level higher while he's at it. I think I'll allow that to happen. I really just need to produce 4 plastic in 3.5 months. It's not that big of a deal, I guess. So we're going to have Kylan do it. It's good enough, you know. 31% productivity instead of 50-something. It's fine. It's enough to get us the plastic requirement for that. And that's going to provide us with even more stone and more plastic and more garbage and more money and more everything, okay? I didn't notice, maybe I'm just blind, but I think that's the nature of barter, right? I didn't notice the ability to give this guy gold in exchange for resources. So I think initially it's all about resource exchange, barter, right? But if I unlock purchase and sell, right, I think these are really powerful potentially, because if I unlock purchase, then I'm hoping at that point I can use my gold. And of course, sell would be able to generate gold that way. So I'm hoping that's the case. Other than, rather, if purchase is like order something and then I have to give resources to order it, I'm okay with that too, but I'm hoping for an opportunity to spend gold at some point to get this stuff. We're only at 159 gold, so it's not even that much. And like this, it's 210. So we gotta have, we gotta have more money to buy that anyway. So we're at 160 gold right now, and I don't know if it's going up. Is our gold kind of all over the place, right? Yeah. I don't know how much is the most we've ever held, but it's going up. I mean, if this is year 2, I can't go back before this, but I'm gonna say 225 is the most we've ever had, just because that's the highest I can see here. But for annual reports, we can see all those past annual reports too. It does seem like the seals that we have to kill are going up every year. The whales are I guess going up. It kind of stalled out here, but maybe they're going to go up too. I'm waiting for that time. Maybe it's now where they send 2 whales after me at the same time, right? We'll attack 2 buildings at once, that kind of thing. I'm waiting for that to be a thing. I mean, I'll be ready for it. Unless they attack 2 buildings right next to each other, that might be problematic since we're kind of covering. There's a little bit of an overlap right here. That'd be fine. But if they did it to, like, say, these 2 buildings, that would be problematic, I think, since there's only 3 towers guarding these 2. I think this tower guards that. I'm not sure it's close enough, but I think it is. But it guards, assuming it guards this, it's still 3 towers guarding these 2 buildings. And so we would have to split 150 damage amongst 2 whales. That gives us, like, on average 75 DPS there, if you will. And I don't think that's enough to kill the whales. So we'll need to get the ice cannon tower in order to handle more whales. Right? We need to get to this. So perhaps that's the path I go down next, anticipating that they're going to send more whales in the future. We could go down this way. The ice spear tower thing, +1 or whatever, is nice. It's not really needed. I'm doing okay on that. But it's this that I want to get to, and having these big old cannonballs that I can shoot at the whales. Hopefully with the interaction diameter on this is 30, which is pretty awesome. To put that in perspective, the basic tower radius, I don't think it's listed here because it's a basic building, but the radius that this thing has is I don't know what this actually is. It's hard to know the measurement. If it doesn't say right here, maybe it'll say it in the build. Technology and defense right here. Does it say? Yeah, 20. Okay, so it's 50% more than this. So an extra, a whale cannonball thing. Assuming I built it right on the coastline, it could potentially hit. It could potentially cover the buildings across the way. That's a really far reach. It would basically bring this line to about here. It's a pretty damn good radius. So those cannonball towers, I was kind of hoping to put them on the corners. I'd move this stuff out of the way, put it on the corners. I don't think the cannonballs would get shot at the seals. I would hope not. But that could be a thing. I don't know. We have 3 unstaffed. Not that this matters, but I'm going to add one of you here. I'm not going to bother with that one. And then we're generating more exploration points now too. So I want to send exploration out as well. So we've already went here once for a total of 1 visit. Looks like we can do multiple visits if we want to. I think going to one of these villages could be interesting. These guys weren't a city before, and they are now. And in fact, they have a higher reputation than we do. So I'm going to send them over here instead. We're going to see what's going on with Immense Wish. So get the submarine out of here before the whales come in. I don't know what happens if the whales destroy this while the submarine's out, but looks like they're not going to try. So yeah, that whale's going to die. We don't have as intensive coverage over here as we do other places, but we do have enough DPS to destroy it before it destroys the building. So there we go. And it's just the newcomer ramp, thankfully. So we don't have to worry about restaffing it once we complete construction on it again. So having 2 sets of builders gets rebuilt very quickly. And that is the extent of the whale threat. Now we have a seal threat immediately this month. So the seals, we do have to have all of our towers staffed for that, since they can get past us. And I don't know when that's going to start, but it's going to be this month. If I can unlock it, which I don't think I can, but if I can unlock it, I would love to get the April news report. That'd be pretty cool to have too, for that knowledge badge. Production badge, like, I don't think it's possible for me to add any badges right now. The production badge requires me to have very close, honestly. We could do it. Now that we have the plastic recycling station, we just need 50 plastic in stock and 50 wood in stock. We're almost there. And then if we go ahead and grab the badge, we unlock this garbage collector from the science menu, and we get 4 additional productivity for both of these buildings, which is pretty nice. Yeah. We need 2 high schools and 2 libraries, and then we can get the knowledge badge, and that unlocks the news. All right, interesting. So, going through the badge route is not a bad fit. We could look at that too. Yeah. All right, as soon as the seals, invade us here, I think we'll call it quits on this video today. We're over an hour now, so we're almost an hour anyway. So I do want to see how many seals it throws at us this time, but I have a lot better defenses than the last time, right? So they're less likely, we've seen it, they're less likely to come at me from this side because of all the towers. So I'm kind of baiting them into coming from this side, which is where I want them to come in, since it's the furthest distance for them to travel to get to this. So I would imagine most of them would spawn right over here again. This is easy. Yep, sounds good. It's gonna give us more wood, which will pick us over the mark that we need to unlock the productivity badge, or the production badge. So that'd be great. You see, I am gaining on fish again. All right, we're producing more fish than we're consuming. I would like to get more krill built up, though. I think that's a good idea, ultimately. I'm going to switch this one to krill, because this is like an insurance policy on us, right? Like, it's one of those things where, oh, I wasn't paying attention. We have no fish. It's because we all of a sudden aren't producing enough fish, right? So if that happens, they're going to dip into krill, and I just want to make sure I have a bigger bank. It was useful for a trade, but that's it. All right, you can see where they're coming in at. We just got the achievement right as the raid started, so the music didn't really switch very fast. But they are like 100% of them are coming from those sides. They have no way in. I mean, they barely get on the ice before they die. Oh yeah, just getting them concentrated on that side is pretty good, because it's like a wall of spears over here, and they know it. Now, they may come again. That was a pretty weak push, so I anticipate one more wave, because I've seen them do this before, and also I've seen from before it'll come in, but this icon is still there, so that tells me that there's another group coming. That usually the icon will disappear if they're done, so I'm anticipating another wave here in a second. Da, 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 da. Oh, can I assign people in here? Yeah, I have 2 spare people. You know what? You guys can get your education on. Yeah, get in here. Get that education going. That's good. Need to do that. Reputation climbing. We got our 232 gold. Nice. All right. I don't think we'll have a problem reaching the education level. We're already up to 33 and a half. And then activating the badge again is something I can definitely do in a second. So are you just a scout to see if we're still paying attention? Because we are. There they go. Yep, there's that second wave. All right, now the icon disappears. So I know this is the last wave of the month. And again, they're just coming in again. Build another high school, make snow blocks. Easy. That's going to give me more stone and plastic. Sounds good. And more fish. Awesome. You guys are not even getting... That one had a lot of health, but it only got this far. So they're definitely not making it to my food. All right, good. So see, I solved the whole idea of seals being an issue has been taken care of. Yeah? All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. When we come back for the next one, see what we get from this exploration. We have actually 0.1 months left, so why don't I just show you that now before the end of the video? Because I don't want to make you wait. Plus, I want to have the option of letting it run for a little bit to build up the science and continue on. So exploration is here. We get 84 extra reputation points. 2 additional penguins are coming to visit us. And if we reach 45% education, we get more reputation points that way. Reach 350 gold, we get more stone. If we reach 80% happiness, they're going to give us 80 seafood mix, which is a really good reward. But there's no way we're getting 80% happiness. So, yeah, Explorer can come back. All right, so there you go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.